at this beautiful design. Oh my goodness, rest in peace. So we're gonna start by going to canva.com. I have the pro version of Canva. If you do not have the pro version, some of the things that I'm going to be doing in this tutorial will not work for you unless you get Canva Pro. So what we're going to start by doing is we're going to click on create a design. Yes, create the design. Custom size is at the bottom. When we click on custom size, you want to put in the size paper that you're going to be using. And in my case, it's 11.7 by 8.3 inches. All right, now that we're starting with a blank sheet here, the very first thing that I do is go to Google and search for backgrounds, my PNGs, things that I think that I want to put on my design, and just save it to my computer. So we just search in clouds, and as you can see, it pops up cloud PNG, transparent, and then we go to images, and then all the cloud images will pop up, and you scroll down and search for which one you want. For me, I think I picked sky, and then I searched down and looked for the one that I wanted. Mine is already downloaded. I'm just showing you how to download it. You just right click on the mouse, press save, put it in whatever folder you want. Mine is going into the download folder. Press save. Then we go back into Canva and we go to upload media and find the image. In my case, I'm going to find the image, but your case, it should be right at the top if you download it. Now you can right click that to set it to go to the background. I just decided to be difficult and scale it to size because I want more of the white parts, not necessarily for it to be dark. Then the next step we do is lock that into place. Then we get the lightning strikes. You can also Google search that. Put that in there. Size it to how you want. Boom, bang, boom. And then lock that thing in place. Well, yeah, now lock it in place. Yep, good girl. Next, we're going to get these stars that actually bling. When you search it online on Google, you just press bling PNG transparent. The thing that I like the most about Canva is it removes the background for you, so you don't have to try to get it out yourself. So we just add another star, well, bling there, take the background out, put it where you want, and in my case, I put it there. I think I grabbed one more, but I did lock those first because they will move. Now with Canva, you have to start from your background and then move forward. Because if you try to do stuff and put it to the background, it just takes a little bit of time. As I show you, you can set it to the background. I think I changed my mind and I wanted it to be darker because I wanted the lightning to look like they're coming from the clouds. And I position that in place and then I lock it again. And then we get the doves. You can also search that on Google. Like I said, all my PNGs that I have on here are from Google searches. There, flip it around. Canva is so easy. I find it to be a lot easier than every other program that I've tried to use. So if you're horrible at like Photoshop and all that other stuff, what other programs they have, I don't know. Canva is definitely beginner friendly. I'm just gonna add some more doves, I believe. But I think I go to elements and I grab a square and we're gonna do the border on the bottom. I size that how I want to, and then I move it downwards, and then I stretch it out from end to end. Then I change the color of it to the dark gray, and then I do the change the transparency. So put that thing to fit. No, 40. No, thought I put it on 50. Yeah, okay, 53. And then I lock that thing in place. And you can also change the brightness of the background. I wanted it to be a little brighter. Obviously, I was confused. So yeah. Then we add the rest of the doves. And there was no rhyme or reason for this. This is just how I'm copying the same design that I already had done. We're just getting these things in place. Now we're adding the photo. The best part is Canva will remove the background of all pictures. As long as they're decent quality pictures, it'll remove it perfectly for you. And that is literally the best part. I sent it to background to move it so that it's behind the dove, not so that the dove is behind it. I'm sorry, y'all. This is like my first tutorial on doing this kind of stuff. So if I don't sound correct, it's because I don't know. But I'll be trying. We're just going to position him how I want him. And then we're going to also lock him in place so he does not move. And we're also going to lock the dove in place so that doesn't move either. And I think we moved on to the other picture. No, the dove first. Yep, and that goes there. So you kind of just have to play around with it to get things the way you want them to be. I played around with a lot of this, especially when I did the initial one. But it was so much fun. I think I grabbed another photo where I did the money. Past it. There we go. Got these Benjamins here. And then what we're going to do is fill those out from end to end. And then we're going to change the transparency to make those fade a bit. Don't want them to be fully shown, but we want them to be seen. Yep, 25 looks good. We're going to lock that. We're going to put it to the back so that it's behind the doves and the dove's not on top of it, if that makes sense. As you can see, it slowly removing. I think I moved the cursor over to it. But yeah, see the dove right there? Yeah, it moves. So now that we got all those together, next step, lock them things in place. And then I added some more bling. Back. So as you can see, there's plenty of layers to this. I'm gonna grab another picture, remove that background, and it just does it so perfectly. And we're gonna position him the way we want. I wasn't sure how tall I wanted him to be, but then I was like, no, I think he was a little shorter in the original design I made. So then I had made him smaller, but I do change his size towards the end of this video. I also do lock him in place. I believe I locked him in place on this part. If not, I did lock him in place as I proceeded to move forward to the other photos. So after we do this one, we're gonna grab another photo of him and remove the background. Like I said, it's easy. You pick your photo, go to edit images, background remover, and it takes care of the rest. And just remember, have fun with it. Like, keep moving things around until you're happy with it, but just don't forget to lock them, because if you accidentally touch it and move it, it will move. But I locked them so it don't. We're just gonna push that back so he's not in front of the square we made. It's actually a rectangle, but it's a border, and you'll see why I did that in a moment. And for some reason, every time I kept pressing send to the back, it wasn't working that well. But you got to give your computer some time. Like, I have to give it some time to think for a second and then move on to the next step. So now we're getting this next picture. We removed the background. See, it's so easy. Like, I probably didn't even need to speak during this whole entire video, but why not? Just remember to lock them in place once you get them to where you want them to be, and you're sure you're probably not going to move them again, because it will get a little more difficult trying to grab for certain things that are in the back. And I think this is the last picture. Stood him up above the name border that we made. That's too big. It's too tall. There you go. Yep. Like that. Stand him up there on the border. Unfortunately, I had to make this, but it was pretty cool to make it. But it does suck when you have to make things like this, just because it's a loss of a life, and it's unfortunate always to hear these kind of things happen. Yeah. But this is a really good friend of mine's kid's father, so yeah, this was actually very special. So we got the mic. Now the mic I did find on Google as well, and what we do is change the transparency. We move it to the back, so that way the music notes and lines aren't in his face like they are right now. So we just keep moving it back until it just goes all the way back, literally. Or if that doesn't work, you can grab that photo that he is in, that the lines are in front of his face, and move that forward, and then push it back again, and then it should be out of his face. And we grabbed another one, and we'll put that down there. We're going to change the transparency of that one, and then we're also going to push it to the back as well. As far as the transparency goes, like, it is whatever you feel like you want to do. There was no oh, it has to be 40 for this or it has to be 30 for this. No, I kind of just went with it. Whatever my eyes enjoyed is what I did. I was looking for something else and I couldn't figure it out. There it is. There it is. We have more music notes. These are going to get pushed to the back. We don't change the transparency of them at all because they look really nice the way they are. Just need them in the back. And I added 2 of them and then I just flipped this one at the top. You see the button that says flip and you flip it however you want and then you can just position it where you want it to go. But I did have to push this one backwards because it was in his face. And I ain't like that. And now it's time for the name. We'll go to add a heading. And then we type his name there. And I kind of played around with fonts for a while because I couldn't figure out which font it was that I had initially, but then after like a good 5 to 7 minutes of trying to find it, I actually found it. Thank goodness, because that was a lot. I have a lot of fonts on my computer. As you can see, I'm just scrolling away. I might just fast forward this part a little bit till I find the font. And then we're gonna grab another, add a heading, and then we're gonna put AKA Swift, which was his nickname, rap name, one of the two, not really too sure. I'm gonna change the font of that. I just picked a random one because I was not trying to go through that same thing I went through already. Then we're gonna do another one, and I think I picked at a subheading, I believe. And I think I had to move the music notes back because they were in the way. And this is where we're gonna put the sunrise with the dates. And then we're gonna do the same thing again for the sunset with the dates. I put zeros because I couldn't remember exactly what his dates were. So, yeah, but for the sake of the video, I just put zeros because I wasn't trying to stop the video and I didn't want it to be extremely long like it already is, but you know. So get that together, put that down there. And I did play with the position of these, not for that long, but just for a little bit, trying to get it centered a little, I guess, in a sense. And then for the sunrise and sunset, I went up to the effects button, and you'll see in a minute that you can change the style of the way the text look, which I thought was really cool because I gave it a little bit of a splice. All right, press it. Effects there, and then went to splice, and I changed the color, I think, to black, and it gave it a little bit of an outline versus just letters. So that was pretty cool. And then I think I left the date part alone. not all the way too sure. But I made sure the sunrise and the sunset actually matched. As I said, this is just for the sake of the video. The dates are not up there for this reason, but they are on the original design. And I think the last thing we needed to do was add a header for the top, which was on the original one looking down. But then I decided, like, let me change that, because I originally, before it was changed to looking down, I had it as forever in our hearts. And I really liked it that way. But this wasn't a design for myself. This was a design for somebody else, so we had to make it the way they wanted. And I did do a different font for the heart word. And I kind of had it shadow a little bit, so it is going to be red with an outline and a shadow. But you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Also, the only other thing with Canva, you cannot lock the letters, which is why I do those last. We're going to go to share. We're going to go to download, and we're going to download it as a PNG. Once that's done downloading, we're going to open up a new page on Canva. The same as from the beginning. So the same sizes and everything. We're just making it all one design versus several different pieces of the design, if that makes sense. So as you can see, it's downloaded there. Close that. We're gonna go to home, create a design, go down to custom size, pick the correct size, and then we're gonna go to uploads, upload media. I don't know why I was searching for it. It wasn't there. And it should be that one there. Yep. Open that. And then it'll be at the top because we downloaded it. Once that's finished downloading, we click on it and it'll go to the blank page. And this time we're going to right click and set image as background. Then we're going to click on the image, go to flip horizontally. And then we're going to go back up to share. We're going to go to download. This time when we download, we're going to change it to PDF print. Then press download. From there, after it finishes downloading, we're going to open it. And it's going to look so gorgeous. Look at that. It's so pretty. I love that design. It's so dope. Then we're going to go to print after we look at it and we enjoy it. Yes, we did that. Go to print. Eventually, at some point. Print. And we're going to change a few things here. Yep, landscape is good. We're going to go to the dialog box. We're going to go to preferences. From preferences, we're going to change the paper type to premium presentation paper, matte. And then we're going to change the quality to high. And then we're going to press OK. And then we're going to press print. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.